Warren, it's a birthday party.
It is a birthday party.
Happy birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday, friends. Today we're celebrating a spring fling. This is a day for everyone, all the friends to come, and people who want to be friends to come and have joined us today, and I hope there are a lot of us here today. The Friends were organized in late 1970. The first book sale was in 1971, and thus is part of the reason we're celebrating 40 years of Friends.
Actually, the Friends of the Library were a birthday present to us on the 100th year anniversary of the library. Did you ever think about that?
You're absolutely right.
How about that?
1871, 1971.
That's right. Exactly Talk about the early book sale.
The first, the earliest book sales were held in the bookmobile garage. Well, the bookmobiles would move out, and we would take over all their shelving on the dock and add shelving down on the bottom where the bookmobiles would normally park. And that's where the first book sales were held. And then we outgrew the garage, and that's, let's see, well, that's when we moved to the old fairgrounds, and we set up in a building there.
I love the book sale. I still love the book sale.
She does.
And Carl Hempstead and I would go out into the line and sell memberships. I think we were the first ones to do that. Yeah, and it was always very exciting. And we were at the Ag Hall, and that line would start at maybe 1 in the afternoon. There would be people with lawn chairs and their supper and people to maintain their place in line. It was amazing. And then the line would wrap all the way around the Ag Hall down to, well, Topeka Boulevard.
Pretty nearly.
Yeah, and around the corner. So we had a lot of people who were buying memberships in that line.
That's right.
And we were taking money. It was all for the Friends, and it was really a lot of fun.
Just something else to do, because the community looks at this as a great chance to get books cheap, and it's fun. They see their friends there, because most of those people that come, I'm sure, have friends that like to read the same sort of materials, and so they may be even looking at this as sort of a competitive venture for the book sale.
The first book sale that had a Friends night, we did not sell books that night. That was a night where Bob Dahl, who was the head of our Fine Arts Department, brought a stereo system, and he put classical records on, and it played beautifully in the background. All friends were invited to come and inspect the assortment of books, but nothing was sold. They could look and then determine to come back the next day and buy if they wanted to. The second year that we did a Friends Night, we decided to sell. Well, forget the classical music and the refreshments, because nobody could hear the music, and the refreshments were gone instantly because people came in and bought books.
Oh, I love the book sales. I always work the book sales. Of course, when I was the Friends office manager, we manned the membership on Friday nights, and I helped with that for a long time. Even after I left the board, I still work that Friday night. But it's so much fun to watch everybody come in Friday with all their wagons and carts. It's just really good. I love it. And everybody works so hard at that book sale. All the Friends members and all the volunteers.
They've made a huge impact over the years. Oh my goodness. The programs that they've supported and allowed us to present, because they would provide the monies that we otherwise wouldn't have been able to budget in. And with that one fundraiser for so many years, they worked so hard.
And the Friends, with the money made,
yes,
they have supported the library financially in many ways, and one of their biggest contributions was to establish the original Topeka room.
That's right.
Which
absolutely
leads to the room we're sitting in today. They they paid to have that done and have sponsored this room. And initially, the Friends paid for all the books and things that we got put into the Topeka room. So one of the major events was when the Friends gave the Steinway piano to the library, and that was a very wonderful gift. And the Friends worked very hard. I think the piano cost around $10,000, which was a great deal of money at that time. And this past year, I think we gave over $80,000 to the library.
Huge.
And part of that is to help fund the work that's going on in the new services with all the redecorating and remodeling that they're doing down here.
They've always been there when we've needed them. Always.
Thing. Not only does the the Friends raise money for the library, but they raise spirit, and it's kind of a way for support and love for the library, a way for that to show. It's not the legal arm of the library, but it's the heart of the library. And I think the Friends organization allows people who really love reading and information and the opportunity that a library provides. It really has given them a chance to show that enthusiasm in a variety of ways. The helpfulness of the Friends volunteer group is simply incredible to measure. I can't imagine not having those hundreds and hundreds of people helping, in every aspect of the life. So my recollection of the warm-hearted, caring people who really wanted to make the library great, not good.
I started in 1997 as an associate editor of the news, of the Friends of the Library News. But the Friends, and then at one time the foundation and the library came to us and asked us to print their things that they needed to have printed in our magazine, in our news. And so we did that, and then we became 6 pages instead of 4. And I was still working on that. And it was interesting, and it was fun. It has been so interesting, and I've met so many nice people and become friends with so many nice people, and enjoy what I'm doing now. I'm not on the board anymore, but I do mailings for the Connect Now, and I also work 3 hours on Sunday afternoon in the boutique.
So I approached the Friends with an idea. I said, why don't we start a bookstore, and then we added to it a little bit, gift shop. And I think you would take in a lot of revenue. Everybody got on board, and we reorganized a part of the building next door, and there was a large space there with front windows. Most of them they have small windows, but where people could see it, and it was something you could walk across the street to, and it was a dead-end street, and we opened up a bookstore, and it immediately gained in popularity. And from that, it continues to this day. But it was, it looked like a used bookstore in those days. Now it's pretty spiffy, but it still has what people want and what people ought to get at a price that they can afford.